They do not deserve more of your time. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. Your time is precious, okay? That's the main message I'm getting from this. This was not the one. Could be a job, could be some other opportunity. Look, you were protected. I'm just going to let these cards speak for themselves. You are ready, strengthening you. You were protected from me, not the one. You were protected from someone who really just wanted to come in and waste a bunch of your time. And I know that might not sound like a lot, but it really is. Just imagine being in the wrong relationship. Like, let's say you're a woman who wants to have a baby, and you're with some guy who just drags you along for 10 years. And this didn't happen to me, but I've known this to happen to people, because I'm not someone who ever wanted kids, but a lot of people do. And just imagine someone, they don't want to break up with you, but they don't want to move on to someone else, but they're just kind of using you as their backup until they find someone. And by the time they move on, you wonder if it's too late for you to have kids. I have actually known people gone through this. Don't do that to someone. And I think that maybe you're protected from someone who and I'm not saying it has to be that. It doesn't have to be the kid thing. But I think you were protected from someone who would have wasted a lot of your time. And you need to understand that. Like, I think maybe I'm getting an energy of someone who is just really crying out for answers. Like, I think someone abandoned you. And I'm so sorry. You're not even... I don't even know if you knew him for that long. It could have been. Or just there was a promise of something. Maybe... Really, I think for some, like, this was someone from your past who came back to you, and really it was probably on them. Like, they came back and, wanted to start something and suddenly just dropped off. And it was, I don't know. I just feel like, these two cards came out of my league, and happy without them. See, I think you were happy without them. I think something came in and disrupted your peace, and now suddenly it's gone. That's not for everybody. Just take it as it resonates. Take these cards as they resonate for you. But I think part of what happened, I think if this person came back in, or maybe it was a first-time occurrence, I don't know, but for some, I do think this was someone who came back in after many years. That's why it seemed like, whoa, it kind of seemed meant to be, like you found each other again, and then bam, they're just gone. I think they were intimidated. Not the one. Yeah, I'm getting really an energy of someone who is a lot more insecure than you realize, and someone with those kind of deep insecurity issues is going to project them onto you. They're going to destroy you. They're going to try to sabotage you, any success you have. I've been through this. A lot of us have. It's like, I think some people are just intimidated. I don't understand it. They'll sabotage themselves to hurt you because you're making more money than them, or people like you more than they like them, or something. Let me get a couple more cards. All these cards flipped over, and I would put them back in the deck, but I just feel like they sort of tell the story here. Your strength intimidates people, strengthening you. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's a strength or something. When this person came back in, or just, like I said, if it's a first-time person, maybe they just got to know you and was like, whoa, this person's way, they're way above, like, they felt like you were just way above them in some kind of status, or just that you could do better. And I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of times if somebody thinks that, a lot of times it's true. And I've talked about this before on here, but there was someone I was just casually dating one time, and he kept saying stuff like, you're too good for me. And I found out later what he meant. He was extremely lazy. Extremely babied and extremely lazy. And I'm not going to say too good. I think that's not a good way to say it. It's a very classist way to say it, but don't take it literally. It just means, this person knew that I wasn't going to tolerate their stuff, and eventually I didn't. Because, there were times they could have helped me. They said they wanted to help me and, work along with me, but they just sat and played video games for several weeks while their mom waited on them, and no, thank you. Anyway, not over. That's what they're thinking, but it's not true, okay? I think not over. Like, I think you were wondering if it was over. I think this person's trying to come back in. Is that what it is? Like, maybe they sabotaged before, but no, it is over. This is what they're wondering. You need to say no. Begin again with someone else. You will know the right time, or something else. But that's what I mean. When these cards came out in order, I just saw like a story here, like, it is over. It is over. They're not the one. Say no. Begin again. You have so much more potential than you realize. This person sees that. Anyway, let me just pull a few cards from this manifestation deck and give you some encouragement. We don't need to talk about this a whole lot, do we? These four flipped over, and those are the ones. Okay. This is good. You always have more than enough to help others in need. You are attractive. You make peace wherever you go, and you attract healthy relationships. This means you do, we're drawing this energy in. You have some good stuff coming, some good healthy relationships coming. And you just need to understand this. You are attractive. I think what's going on, I'm getting an energy too lately, is some people who you feel like you keep going around the same circle, around the same mountain, around the same situation. Like, why doesn't this ever get better? Because it's like one thing after another. Yeah, I'm protected again from somebody. So what? I'm rejected again. So what? You just got to keep going. That's all I can tell you. Keep making peace, because you're learning from all these people. And eventually, if, just don't worry about it. Like, I think maybe what's going on is you're putting too much stock into any of this. Just concentrate on how happy you were without them. And maybe you're not someone who even wants to be with someone, but this was a special person for you. And now they're gone suddenly. You will draw that in again. You make peace wherever you go. You attract healthy relationships. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.